This is Irontrader. It is Thursday morning. So I'm going to take a look here at Bitcoin, at crude oil, and at natural gas. Remember, on natural gas, the EIA report will be out today at 10:30. Okay, this video is for information purposes only, not a recommendation to buy selling stock market ETF. Please like, subscribe. Thanks for watching. All right, here we have Bitcoin, your daily chart. Now, you can see where Bitcoin is trading with the overall market. Now, it looks like the futures here are down quite a bit. NASDAQ, you look at the futures down about 150 here. So, Bitcoin is actually following it. So you can see yesterday we had that rally. Bitcoin rallied up also. But again, this is why you want to trade the old charts, okay? So yesterday we had this nice green candle, and it went up and it got above this 21 day, but you notice that it couldn't get, and close above. This is going to be the key. It's going to be closing above that 21 day, not just popping through. Because if you just look, all you have to do is look to the past here, where we went right into it. We couldn't get above it, into it, into it, and then we just can't get above. This is the key. But what I like about this is, see this 8 day now, okay? It's not really flattened out, but it looks like it wants to roll up. Okay, now again, it can come and roll back over again. But if you can push up over that 21 day, that would send that price at least up to this 100 SMA here, okay? So this is what we're looking at today. Is watch this 86,579. That is going to be your 21 SMA here, okay? So then what we do is then we go to your next level. Is going to be that 88,155 level. Then we'll come on top of this candle here, 89,380, and then we'll be looking right there at that 92,422. That's going to be your old 100 day, and then right above that we have that 94,077. And that's going to be your 50 day. Now, if you get above that, then we come to the top of this candle here. You're looking at 95,705, and then well, that's a little bit higher. That right above that 50 day, 95,0705. But you got your big retest up here at 99.65. So just be patient with this, because just look how we had here. Okay, we're below that 8 day, and then once that started rolling up and that 8 day it got above it, we had a nice good run up. The same way with here, okay, with this level situation. So what we're trading here today is the upside. And just watch that 86,578, very, very key. And downside here, watch this 83,532. That's going to be very, very crucial here on a closing basis. So now we're just trading here in between this range. If that is lost, then we just look to yesterday's low. That's at 82,075. And then we'll look to the bottom here, 81,120. And then we just follow the candles down, 87.60. And then we come down here to 80.40. And then here's your big target is going to be that 77,545. That's your 200 day. And then our recent low, which is 76,735 here. But again, I like to show you where it could possibly go, same way with the upside. But right now for today is we just want to watch that 8 day. Okay, that's what you're trading against on the downside, and that 21 day on the upside. So this here, plenty of room to run here. You're sitting at 45, looking very, very nice. Now we're just hugging this bottom here. Looks like that green wants to cross over to red, but this is actually very, very bullish here, because see how when you're hugging that bottom, you have nowhere to go but to up. Okay, that's the situation, and then there's the result. So this is what we're looking at. We're very nice here. Plenty of room to run on this. And I like that 8 day curling up. So let's just see how this all shakes out. Now, if we start losing that 8 day, then we're going to come down and retest here. But right now, it looks like we might have like a good upswing here. Maybe take it higher. Now, remember, easy way to trade this. IBIT for the long, BITI for the short. Easy peasy, in and out. Okay, let's take a look here now at crude oil, natural gas. Okay, here we have the old crude oil. Now, you can see here we have this sideways action. Now, yesterday on the EIA report there, we had a small build, but you had a nice good draw in the gasoline, the distillates, and even in Cushing. Okay, so I think it's a matter of time here with the summer driving. Gas prices like where I am are way down here, looking real nice. You're down in the, in the 240 range. Very, very nicely here. Okay, so just going to be a matter of time. But if you notice here how, again, this 21 day here, I like to keep pointing it out to you because I want that to really sink into you on how strong that resistance actually is. See how this is right onto it. So if you're down in this area and you get above that 8 day, your next level is going to be that 21 day. So you always want to take some off the table. And then if it goes up higher and say it closes above, well, then you can always buy it back again to take it up to the next level. But right now, it's very, very strong until it proves different. That's the key. Now, so far today here, we have a higher high and higher low, and we're hanging right around here. Okay, so Here's what you want to watch on the upside is that 67.03. If we can get above that, then we're going to come up top of this candle, 67.52, and then we're going to head right for that 68.10 level, and then we have to see what the reaction is. It's going to be the same as it was in the past, or is it going to blow right through that level, okay? Now, if it blows through that level here, well, then we look to the bottom of this candle here. You're looking at 69.14 level. We can come up to the bottom here. You're looking at 69.80 level, and then we're going to hit that 70.66. That is your 100-day. And obviously, we just get next level, 71.50, 73.02. Very, very simple, okay? But now, what you always want to watch, though, is the previous day's candle, okay? So we went just a little bit higher today, 67.52 versus 67.43 yesterday, okay? But we're still in this big trading range here, okay? So we just have almost like a box to trade here, and the 21-day is putting a pretty good wall up there too, okay? So if that is lost here, you want to look to yesterday's low, that 66.09, that's going to be key. That's lost. We come to the bottom there at 65.80, and then we have your retest at 65.22. But right now, just sideways action here. But something's going to give, because see how this 8-day here is rolling up. The 21-day is rolling down. Something is going to give. This is either bust up, and that'll take the price higher, or it's going to take the price lower. So it's going to be a matter of time because we're going to have an explosion one way or the other here. Okay, 41, that's not overbought or oversold. That could go either way there. Your green is over your red. It's trying to work it. Again, that shows momentum there to the upside. But let's just see how this all shakes out here. This might be the low for as of right now. We're just not quite sure. Okay, so trade both directions. UCO, great trade for the long. SCO, great trade for the short. Okay, here we have natty gas. Now, natty gas here, we had this a bear flag situation, but this is really extending out. It usually doesn't extend out this far, okay? But again, now your 8-day crossed over your 21-day. That's not good, okay? But now your price is back above, okay, your 21-day, okay? So what we're watching on the downside is we want to watch that 4.159, okay? And then 4.11. That's going to be the key here on your support levels. It needs to hold above. If not, we're going to come over to yesterday's low, 404, and then we're going to have this 3.95 level, which is holding very, very nicely. Now, if that's lost here, well, obviously we have this 50-day at 3.07. So you got to really respect the 50-day because of how many times it's held it in the past, okay? That's how you have to look at it, okay? So this held it right in the past. The same way with the 21-day on the upside, you have to respect that 21-day because how it blocked it, okay, as far as resistance on the upside, okay? So this is good to support level, so you got to respect that 50-day. Now, on the upside here, what we do is we're watching yesterday's high. That's at 4.25 level. Now, if we get above that, then we're going to come right to the bottom here, 4.33, and then 4.37, and then you work your way up, 4.42, 4.47, 4.51, 4.55, and then 5.8, and then all the way up here at your 4.9 level. But right now, we just have this sideways action. The weather here, all of a sudden, it was beautiful here. 70 degrees here 2 days ago, and now I can hear the snow plows, I believe. It is snowing out there. So weather here is really affecting this, okay? The winter just refuses to go away this year. Okay, so again, watch that downside. Watch that key level, that 21-day. Watch that 8-day. And then watch this 395 level. That's been holding very nicely. And then the next level is that 50-day 387. The upside, just watch yesterday's high. Always trade against the previous day's high and low close and opening number. That is what you want to trade against. If we can crack above that, well, then we have all these resistance levels that we can get until we hit 490. Okay, that's what I got for you. I'll be back here midday trading. We'll take a look here at Bitcoin, crude oil, natural gas, and then we throw something else in the old mix here. Now, again, Powell had his meeting there yesterday, and it was kind of a nothing burger, because he's not going to cut rates. And you're talking about 2 cuts, maybe possibly, but we got to see how everything's going to shake out here. The tariffs right now are the old wrench in the system, so that's got to get worked out, and eventually it will. Okay, so basically, what you want to do is the same thing I always say: trade what's in front of you, not what you want.